up, YouTube? Been a minute. Like I say that every time I turn this camera back on. Yeah, I haven't really made a video in a while. Been like probably 4 or 5 months last time I put up a video. And the last video I made just got a lot of people hating. Something about show cars or car shows. I can't remember which one they were pissed off about, but a lot of people got pissed off about one of them. Oh well. Yeah, I just been super swamped and having some issues physically. Got something wrong with one of my legs, and it's been kind of tough just keeping up with the day-to-day operations, let alone, you know, turning on a camera and filming anything worthwhile. So I'll give you guys a little bit of update of what we got going on in the shop. We got a 62 over here we're working on. It's flipped on its side. It's my buddy Rocky's car. It was sitting over on the other side of the shop for a while. It's got a pit bull frame for it. Really nice build he's doing. We're working on the underside of it right now. Gonna put some probably just bed liner, sound deadener, something underneath there. Getting all wire wheeled, cleaned up. 64 El Camino. Did a box side on. I don't know if you call this a box side or a quarter panel. I'm gonna do some general straightening and then put a coat of paint on that sucker. Got a 63 we're working on. This guy has had this car for 15 years. He's been working on it. He had it at a shop for I think 4 years, and all the shop did was take his money and claim to put in a floor pan, which they put it in all right, but they did not replace the inner rockers before they put it in. They just set the floor in here and welded it on, put no bracing underneath of it. So yeah, the inner rockers completely roached. So we had to pull the floor pan back out, and we're gonna patch up the inner rockers, put the floor back in, put all the braces on it. Got the frame at powder coat right now. The frame he redid 15 years ago, but they just painted it. So we're gonna powder coat it, make it real nice. That one's gonna be just kind of a stock build. No lowrider there. And we got some cool stuff over here on this side. Check out this Cuddy. Did a full paint job on this thing. Sitting on them things. Yes, sir. Red pinstripe. Customer's idea to match his red walls. I'd like to take credit for it, but this sucker is clean. I mean, dash isn't even cracked. Yeah, broke this thing all the way down. Full repaint on it, just factory color. We still got to buff the roof and the hood, and this thing's gonna be going home. Been a fun project. The old Monty, Gucci Carlo, had a little mishap with this thing. I was so close to being done with this thing, right? So close. Had to do a little adjusting on the trailing arms. Wanted to move the rear end forward a little bit. It was a little too far to the rear for me. And went to go set this thing down off the lift, and the 30-inch telescopic got a little cockeyed and hit the window channel, blew out the back window. And at first when I heard it, I was like, oh, it's just a back window, no big deal. And I started thinking, this thing's got a Gucci top on it. You can't change the back window out without pulling the top. So unfortunately, we had to lose the Gucci top. But honestly, that was probably my least favorite part of the whole car. It was a little too much. So we're gonna strip this down, and you know, if you're gonna paint that far, you might as well fix some of the 20-year-old imperfections it's got, and just keep going and just paint the whole thing, honestly. So we're gonna give this thing a repaint. I was gonna try to sell it, but honestly at this point I might as well just keep the car and work on it when I can. I really like the car. Another thing we're pretty close to finishing up on, I'm gonna give you guys a quick little snippet of this thing. but I'm not going to keep you too long on it because I'm going to do a full video just on this. I don't know if you guys remember my Lincoln that I painted the patterns on. That was my first pattern car. This is my second pattern car. This one, we just got to do a final quick buff on it. I think she's going to be going. A lot of detail in this thing. Your fiberglass the dash, so it all runs through there. Got kind of a fade going on in here. The spider web action kind of back in the background. And it kind of, you know, the center red stripe follows all the way through, but then it kind of starts switching up when you get back here. Got some different colors, just kind of a fade design on the side here, some speed lines. Double tail there to kind of bring it on the side, because we did not paint the side, we just painted the tail light panels, so we wanted to kind of bring it in some way so you could notice, you know, from the side that it had some crazy paint on it. I'll do a full video, you know, specific video just on that car. And then my 6.4, I don't know if you guys haven't seen that sucker since it was on rotisserie, this rotisserie in this spot right here. Some things have changed on it. I did buy another 64 that runs and drives. I actually take that thing out and cruise it. It's got Blackwall tires that we're not going to talk about. Okay? We're not going to talk about it. But I like that one. It's rough, kind of like my red one was that I had a couple years ago. But I can enjoy it. I can take that thing out. It runs good, drives good, stops good. It just, body on it's kind of rough, you know, so that's okay. I got one I'm making nice. So here's mine now. Body is back down on the frame. I got the motor to fire. Heard that thing, sounds good. Dusty, you know, we're in a body shop. Just kind of mocking up the grill to see how everything fits. I got aftermarket fenders. The passenger one was terrible, like unusable. So I ended up using the OG one to get the lines a little bit better. Got some fancy chinas on there. Oh yeah, the biggest thing that's changed is, you could see, lightning scissored that roof off of there, just gone. Didn't need it. I ain't want it. Gondo. Yep, had to cut that sucker off. But man, it's looking like a car. A lot of people freaked out when I chopped this sucker. But what I can say about it, to calm all you guys down, is that it's my car. I did not cut the roof off of your car. So that's a plus, you know. And past that, the roof that was on here was really rough. I showed a little bit in a couple videos before about all the rust issues that it had. I mean, you can even see the one spot I got left. I mean, the issues I was dealing with, it was like that all the way down. So the option was to either replace the roof or just cut the roof off. Either way, the roof had to get cut off. And once I cut it off, I'm like, yeah, let's just keep it like that, because who doesn't want all this hair blowing in the wind, you know, aggressively anyway. I mean, I don't plan on driving this thing in the rain anyway. I don't even have wipers. no wiper motor. I'm not putting no wipers in this thing. I'm gonna shave the cowl on it, so I don't really mind not having a roof on this thing. I'm only driving this thing in good weather anyway, so it ain't gonna bother me. But yeah, it's a quick little shop update. Had a few people asking for one. I appreciate you guys asking. You guys kind of keep, driving me back to grabbing the camera, even when I don't really feel like doing it. But yeah, hopefully I get to feeling better and have a little bit more energy and free time to pick this thing up and have some fun, get back to it. Show you guys some of the work we're doing as we're doing it, instead of just like picking up the camera and being like, hey, we did this. I did do this some time ago. Check it out. Working on another hood. Just a hood on this one. Next video I'm gonna do is gonna be on that Cadillac specifically, so keep a lookout for that. And like I said, I'll try to film some of this cool stuff we got going on every once in a while. See ya.